Hello and welcome back to the Mac YouTube channel. Now, the support on the last Teamsport Brighton video was pretty good, I cannot lie, so thanks a lot. But today we're back at Teamsport Brighton and we're here for the which, if you do go to Teamsport often, you will know it's probably not the and that title probably goes to a members 3 for 2. But we're here because I've got a free race with my membership. Let's get into it. Alright, about to be coming on to our third lap of this first practice session for the ultimate race experience. And we are trying to catch up to the guy ahead in the blue suit, who was the second fastest person on track apart from me. He was pretty good, but I was eating into him lap after lap, corner after corner. But there is something scary behind, and that's a Teamsport employee. There he is. So now we've got pressure from behind, and we want to get ahead so we don't get overtaken from the member of staff behind, because I don't like being overtaken. I don't think anyone does, but you'll see as lap by lap the guy starts to get closer. Now we're getting close to the guy up ahead. We're going to try and get alongside, but we're not going to get alongside. So we're going to just have to slot in behind. Oh, we got a bit wide there. That's not great. But just going to try and get a good exit out of the final corner so I can get him on the main straight. Now I think an issue this guy was facing was not pressing the boost button, because I just absolutely gained on him and went down the inside there. Now we have got that guy in between me and the member of staff, and I don't think the member of staff, I think he comes off a track quite soon actually, so I don't think he ever poses a threat anymore, so that is nice to see. But as we come around this corner, we're going to see him again, and he has closed the gap, so we're going to have to get our head down and try and get away. But as we come around this corner, we're going to give the barrier a little love tap, and onto the main straight for the next lap. Now we're going to look over our shoulder to see if he's there. He's not, and we're going absolutely into the barrier because we're being an absolute moron. Shaking our head there of disapproval of that manoeuvre. It's quite embarrassing when you hit the barriers, I cannot lie. I don't know if any of you guys have the same feeling as well. Okay, so we're going to skip forward now to a guy who's doing a lot of defensive driving. Alright, so our defensive driver is up ahead in the red suit, kart number 9. Now, he has a big issue, and that is the amount he looks behind him. Now, that is probably impairing his ability to drive quicker, but it does mean that he's doing proper defensive driving against me. Now, I have nothing against this, because it's quite fun, to be honest, and I didn't expect to get any fast lap times in these sessions. As well, it's just a public session. There's bound to be red flags, and I couldn't really hold it against anyone because it was free this session. So he's looking behind a lot, and he's keeping me behind, which is what his objective is. He is doing defensive driving in places where an overtake just really isn't possible, but he's defensive driving. He's holding the inside line and the center of the track, which is making it difficult. I do press the boost button there, which I assume he doesn't, so I go into the back of him there. Not the proudest moment, but I thought he would press the boost button. He's going to go a bit deep into that corner, and we're going to be able to get the move done on the inside. Now, just for you to note, in those about 1.5 laps, he looked over his shoulder in about 20 times. So I've got nothing against the guy. I just advise, look forward a bit more. Okay, so let's skip forward a few laps to our fastest lap of this session. Alright, so on the main straight, we're not going to be pressing the boost button on this first part because it just hadn't lit up until way too late. So that's actually going to slow us down on this lap. So we're going to lose some time to our personal best. Now we're going to keep it quite smooth all the way through here. Now we're going to lose some time on this right-hander, I think, because we're going to be skidding a bit and not having the traction we need to get through. And then we're going to press the boost button early. It could have been slightly too early as well, but we're going to come through for a 31.958, which, to be honest, isn't that bad, but when my fastest is 6/10 quicker, it's not great. Now, I think there were some key points, and I hit a barrier, and I was skidding a bit, so that could be improved. Alright, skipping forward to a move that I didn't think was that good, but it's quite nice. Just dive to the inside and get it done. Very clean. I didn't think too much of it at the time. I just thought, yeah, nice opportunity. But as I'm going to come around this right-hander, I'm going to see the Marshal holding a nice move board, which then gives me a massive grin under my helmet, and yeah, I can't concentrate anymore because I'm just happy. I didn't think it was that good, but apparently it is, so happy days. But that's pretty much it for the first session, so let's hop in to the second session of the Ultimate Race Experience. Alright, heading into the second session now, and we're going to go through onto our, well, first proper flying lap. Now, in this second session, the amount of people on track shrunk drastically to only 3 of us, which you would think would make it much easier to create a clean and fast lap. But you're going to see that that's not the case. And I caught up to the people quite quickly and didn't actually often get too many clean laps in a row to go fast. So this first lap of the second session is going to just be a 32.5. So let's we need to get some heat in these tyres and start doing some faster laps. Now we're going to be on the back of the guy in the yellow suit here in kart number 26. Now we're gonna look to go down the inside here, and we're going to get an overlap of halfway, but then we're going to have to back out as he doesn't see me. Luckily no contact, but that was hairy. And then we're going to go around this corner, and he's just going to not turn the wheel as much as he should, so onto yellows. Alright, back onto greens, and we're now on the tail of the guy in the red suit who looks behind him a lot. He's going to get a bit out of shape going around that corner, but we're going to try and get a mover up into this left-hander here as he's going to keep it tight, and we're just going to slip up the inside, and then we're going to close him out on this right-hander. Nice. Okay, so skipping forward, and we're going to be going on to one of the faster laps we achieve, which, I mean, isn't the fastest lap I've ever done, but it's one of the faster ones that we do in this session. Now, the key issue, I think, is we're just slightly too far away on a bunch of apexes, and we're not keeping it as clean as we could, because up that right-hander ramp, it could have been a bit smoother. And that's a nice turn there. That's quite good. Yeah, that's quite nice. We do hit the barrier slightly, so we would have lost a bit of momentum, but not that much. So this is going to be our final clean lap as such, before we're on a massive red light for something quite odd. Now we're tailing the guy in the red suit who likes to look behind him quite a bit for this lap. And we're gaining on him, and then when he notices us, he's going to go onto a defensive line again. This guy, I mean, I had a blast fighting him, to be honest. It's quite fun. It was like defense that wasn't good enough that you couldn't get past, but it was defense that was fun to try and get past. You know, you've got to set up your overtake several things in advance, opposed to someone at a members event defending and you just can't get past, or you have to go for a little bit of a dirty tactic. So we're going to go into yellow lights, and you're going to see the guy on the outside of the track there, and we're just going to go around these next few corners. Now the issue with that guy's kart was quite odd, but we're going to get red lights and stop here as the other guy just sneaks past, a bit cheeky. Now we're going to speed past this conversation I had with this guy, just because privacy reasons or something for this guy. I don't know how he'd feel, but we're just going to speed past. But the issue with the guy's kart on the outside was that the steering column broke. I see that a marshal gets the steering wheel and just spins it around. It spins around multiple times like a propeller. Like they just give it one one pull, and it just spins around. So it's absolutely broken. So we're in this red light for about 6 minutes in total, and we do lose a small amount of time on our 15-minute session, but like, I don't know, like 2 minutes, maybe max 4 minutes. But yeah, nothing bad. Just we're sat there for a long time. Alright, we're going to get the green light to go again. And that's pretty much it for the session. Not much happens. So let's skip forward to our fastest lap of the session. Alright, skipping forward, and we're coming through the final corners of the lap before. Now we're going to press the boost button quite late, but I mean, that's alright, doesn't really make a difference. We're going to go through the first 2 corners quite well. Now, I think the key issue why this wasn't that quick is 2 reasons. One, because I wasn't keeping it as planted on track as I could, like on that up ramp, it wasn't that good. And second, the tyres had cooled down once again after that 6-minute stop. But I mean, for that, it's a decent lap, to be fair. It's not the fastest, so a 32.023. It's okay. It could be way quicker. Now, I think my fastest lap would have been my final one had I not had to slow down to go into the pits. So let's go and have a look at that one. Alright, so this is what could have been my fastest lap of this session. Now, it wasn't, because I had to back out at the end of the lap, as I already said, but after seeing that turn 1 there, it wouldn't have been my PB, or anywhere near it likely. It just may have been my quickest lap of that session, because it was pretty good all round, apart from maybe that turn 1 and the turn in there. Like, that's pretty good. I'm keeping a nice speed up this entire way through. May have hit the barrier on the inside there. Press the boost button maybe early, but I'm going to keep my foot in as long as possible, but I'm going to back out just before the checkered line, where I'll get a 32.135. Now, I think, would it have been a 10th difference? I don't know, but either way, it was an alright lap. And that's it for the If you've watched this far, I just wanted to say thank you, and if you're not subscribed, I would love that. It's my 3rd video. I'd go show some love to my 1st and 2nd videos, and as well as thank you for the 11 subscribers I'm at already. So I'm very chuffed with it, and I've got another race coming up. I'm uploading this video the day before I'm taking part in a 50-lap race. I decided I would, get on and finish this before I record the next one. That just makes sense to me, so that, I haven't got 2 videos on the back burner. Either way, thanks for watching. Go have a watch of another one. Goodbye.